We're working on the Gateway2STEM Project. It's a project we started several years ago. The literature tells us that active learning is a much more effective practice for students in the classroom. So the effort is really to try to get more of that kind of experience for students into some of the large introductory lecture courses instead.
When working with other students in CS 112, it was not necessarily a competition. I realized that other students are struggling with the material just as hard as you are. And another aspect of college is learning that you need help from other people, because the real world is also going to be a collaborative process as well.
The active learning courses as a professor I find much more fun to teach than the large lecture courses. The opportunity to work with students, to get to know them and interact with them in a completely different way than you get to when you're in front of a large lecture hall is really enjoyable, and you get to see where they're at, where they're struggling, or the times when they get it, right, where they understand things.
There's a range of things I think that help the students. There's a social component because they're talking and working with their classmates, and you notice that if you teach in one of these environments, either a lecture or a recitation, when you walk in, the students are facing each other and talking to each other.
Professor Sachs very much likes to teach through examples. He'll spend a whole class on one example, which was always really good for me. I learned through examples, mistakes, and so having him go through all of these different examples of showing us, if you do this thing differently here, it changes how this equation relates here and all this stuff, and it helped me learn that kind of all the different ways a math problem can work.
The benefits are I think, significant because we need a technical workforce that can communicate. We need a technical workforce that's diverse. We need a technical workforce that's well educated.
Having a project that is working to get faculty to engage their students in this way and prepares them to work in these classrooms and these environments is really important. And to be a leader among universities that are taking on these techniques to improve student learning will help Mason and all of its students broadly.